Hey, what's up and hello? Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey, tragically. Oh, okay. This was earlier. Child, I haven't seen love and hip hop in a very long time either. Yes, but we gonna talk about this because some things came up in the past 24 hours that I want to discuss. Hey, tragically. No, we're gonna wait for some people to come in and get the notification. You're at work, right? I'm assuming you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Tashonda. Hey, Elle. Can you guys hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies. Hey, brother. Hey, Teef. Hey, Shayla. You guys are coming in, so I guess you guys got the notification. Hey, Tamika. You weren't, see, Tamika, it's so funny you say that because some people say they don't get my notifications. So did you just catch the live or did you finally get the notification? Let me know because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, Nene. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, we're going to get into some things today and maybe do a panel depending on how people are feeling about this discussion. Okay, so tragically, you got the notification. Aw, tragically, the love. I feel the love. You already had me open, ready to go, huh? You got it today, Elle? Okay, good. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's one of those things. Aw, yes. You guys, I'm on IG. It's the same, the Chris Nicole, same logo, everything. Follow me there. So then that way you guys can get the notifications there also. I actually have a family member now helping me with posting stuff because child, with my schedule, I'll be forgetting. But I make sure I try my best to post so you guys know when I'm going live and I have, videos up. Yes. Oh yeah. Tashonda was looking for you. She was looking for you. She was like, "Where is Teef? He is so funny." Was like, "Yes, he is hilarious." And wasn't getting them, but I saw this, so made sure to stay on. Aw, thank you, Tamika. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. Everybody, please, of course, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. But we're gonna talk about this because a couple of people did reach out to me and said, "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about Erica Mena calling Spice a monkey?" And I heard about it. I have checked out of Love and Hip Hop. I don't even remember the last time. I think the last time I saw Love and Hip Hop, first of all, I never was into Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I've never seen a whole season of that show, which is interesting because, I'm from here, but never saw a full season of that show. The last time, and I've never seen Miami either. The last time I think I saw Atlanta's Stevie, or as Jocelyn would say, Stevie, do you still love me, Stevie? Stevie and Jocelyn was popping still on the show. And the last time I really saw New York was, hell, I think when Chrissy and Yandy got into it. So it's been a minute. Like, I just don't watch that show anymore. It does something to my energy and my spirit that I just can't mess with. So with that being said, I heard about it. Was I shocked? No. Erica Mena has been problematic since she first got on this show. She was first introduced to us on Love and Hip Hop New York, the original Love and Hip Hop. She's always been problematic. She got into it with Kimbella on that show. She has a mouth. That girl runs her mouth to the point where I can see why a lot of people want to cause and get into physical fights with her. I don't condone violence, but I can see how Erica Mena can take people there. So When I heard about it, no, it didn't shock me. And she has said some very disrespectful stuff in the past. Now, from my understanding, I have found out that apparently, allegedly, she has used the monkey word before. I have not heard her, but someone actually said that on social media, that she has allegedly said this before. Wasn't shocked because to me, Erica Mena is like the Evelyn Lozada of Love and Hip Hop. For whatever reason, those two have gotten consistent passes for the F stuff that they do on these shows. They have always been able to get a pass, okay? Even when violence ensues and they actually get physical first and throw stuff first, they literally still get a pass. So her saying monkey didn't shock me because that's the type of gutter snipe that she is. Now, I wasn't going to talk about this because I was just like, how many times do we have these type of situations and no one gets canceled? People still watch the shows. But what really annoyed me was we all know that these shows are not live. Okay? They're not live. So clearly they recorded this show, and in particular this episode, I'm going to assume months ago. So when it came out that they made an announcement that Erica Mena was fired, I'm like, oh, interesting. You're firing her now. Interesting. You didn't fire her, though, beforehand. You knew she said monkey and blue monkey literally months ago. But you wait until it airs to see, in my opinion, what the backlash would be to see what you were going to do. Okay? It makes me wonder if there wasn't a big backlash on what she said if they would have fired Erica Mena. Because my whole thing is, if you were serious about what she said, you would have fired her before the show aired. And we still would have watched it, because if you know how to do marketing correctly, you would have said Erica Mena is no longer going to be on the show because of something that happened on the show that you will see this season. Hey, Yuli. Hey. So in my opinion, they was really serious about what she said and what happened, we would have heard about her being fired before the show even aired, in my opinion. Do you see what I mean? Which just goes to show, which is why I've been saying, you guys, like the dark energy and all of that stuff is more prevalent and more out there than usual, because it seems to me more and more people are showing their behinds as far as their moral compass or their values, that they will have none or switch it around based on their bottom line as far as their money is concerned. Because if you truly had a moral compass and you truly had values about things that would not be tolerated, we would have known that Erica Mena would have got fired a long time ago. She would have been fired. We would have heard about it. But you wait until the show airs to see what kind of backlash you're going to receive. They knew she said monkey months ago. So that's why I was just like, what is there to talk about? Because in my opinion, it just kind of shows, you know what I'm saying, the BS. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Mickey. What's up? So her words could have been edited. Yeah, her words definitely could have been edited. Here's my thing, though. You could still, okay, so let's just say if this was my situation, you could still tell her after that went down, after they, did all the filming, before they aired it, gave her goodbye, you're not coming back because of what you said. They could have easily done that and still been able to market it, because if I am VH1, or if I'm, the producers of Love and Hip Hop, I would say she will no longer be on the show for future seasons. She will be on here for this season. What she did on this season caused her to get fired. that would have created a buzz right there to say, well, what the heck are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck are they talking about? We're going to get into that, Mickey. She made monkey noises. Oh, no. I didn't see that part, but we're gonna get into it. But we're going to talk about that because I'm going to need y'all opinions on this because I don't have children yet. So I can only base things on my perspective. I know several of you guys on here actually have kids. So let's talk about that because so for me, I didn't want to talk about this because I was just like, this is BS. Like, this is BS. If they was really serious, they would have literally taken care of this a minute ago and still would have had a show that was going to have their ratings. But again, everybody, well, not everyone, a good amount of people will change their morals, their values, all of that stuff for a bag and what their bottom line is going to be. So that was my opinion. But what came up today that made me say, okay, I'm definitely going to do a video on this because at first people who were contacting me, I was like, I don't know about doing this because I think it's going to lead to some BS. But what came up today is Tamar, which we already know, that damn girl. Tamar, and of all people, just hilarious, decided to put their input on this. And I must say, I was really annoyed and pissed off by what the hell they said. So we're going to talk about this, but first things first, and I'm assuming everybody on here has at least seen the actual scene between Erica Mena and Spice, or at least heard about it. Y'all let me know. Has everybody seen it? Put a 1 in the chat if you have seen it or heard about it. Put a 2 in the chat if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. So 1 in the chat if you at least heard about it or have seen it. 2 in the chat if you don't know what I'm talking about. You just here to support. Hey, Kimberly. I didn't even see you come in. What's up, girlie? Hey, Tashonda. Oh, Yuli, you haven't? Okay. Stay with me though, girl. Stay with me though, girl. And then I'll break. Okay, so Joseph, Nene, Tamika, Tashonda. Okay, Monica. Hey, Monica. Okay, so most of you guys have heard it, seen it. Okay, perfect. So with that, Tamar decided. Okay, Shayla, perfect. Tamar has decided to give her 2 cents. Her and what's that girl's name? Jessica Wu. Yes. Hey, Yuli, of course, my fellow Libra girl, you're here for support, but you're going to hear some stuff on this. And this is about good old Erica Mena. So, yeah. But yeah, so she decided to give her comments on Dish Nation. Now, I'm going to play the Dish Nation part first. And then I'm going to actually play her going back and forth with Spice on live, it looks like, after the Dish Nation situation, okay? So fair use, dang it, fair use. So with that, let me know if you guys can hear it too, okay?
It's just the irony of a white Latina woman who's been proven to call not only Black women, but Black people in general monkeys over and over again throughout the years. The irony of it all, because in 2023, here you are actually morphing into a Black woman. Like, you're literally like Black fishing. And then you're
like a reverse Sammy Sosa.
Make it make sense. And I don't care what Spice said. I don't care. We're not watching Barney and Friends. This is Love and Hip Hop. It is the lowest of the low. I used to be part of the franchise, which is why I quit, because you're always set in position to be this vile. Her saying monkey, that's racist.
It is.
It is racist, and you are used to calling Black people monkeys. Period.
Okay, but
Spice should have knocked all your teeth out.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't all bets off when somebody come for your kids? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not watching nothing I say out of my mouth, okay? You tell me my son don't love me, I'm going for your neck, okay? Period. Yeah. That doesn't mean she's racist. It just means that's the first thing that came to her mind to defend herself.
Yeah, in a vocal argument, you're going to think of the worst possible things you can say about a person. So, like, I mean, they're both some level of in the wrong. Don't bring somebody's things into it. Don't racial epithet nobody.
I met Spice once.
Okay, so stop it right there and we'll continue. Okay. So here's the thing, and I'm assuming you guys heard that because I didn't see anyone in the chat saying they couldn't hear. So Jess is pretty much saying, look, at the end of the day, I don't care what she said. When you go there and you call someone a monkey, that is a racial slur. While Tamar just said, well, when you talk about someone's kids, all bets are off. Now, here's my thing in the situation. From my understanding, hey Vivian, and hey Gargomel, is that it? Gargomel? Hello, I think you're new here. Yeah, I think you're new here. So welcome. So my thing is this. What I saw of the clip, because the whole situation is stupid. Spice and Erica got into it because Spice, from my understanding, allegedly almost died from a plastic surgery, I think, complication. I want to say in another country. And Safari was really upset and disturbed by it and apparently cried. And Erica allegedly got pissed off that he was crying over Spice, but she felt like he wasn't being attentive to her as a husband. This is apparently the whole background of why they was getting into it. Spice pretty much says, you act like you are the only woman who has been divorced and has kids and is now a single mother. I've been doing it for 14 years. Erica says, I've been doing it for 16. And so Spice says, with your son who doesn't even like you. Okay. She says something like that. Who doesn't even like you. Okay. And because of that, Erica flipped out. Now, here's my thing. She did not say anything about the son. And this is why I'm saying this. And you guys can let me know how you feel. I may open up a panel today because I remember, for example, on Basketball Wives, when Drea used to be on this show, and I forgot that girl who was from Philly that was Jackie's friend who called Drea's child a pansy. She said, your pansy son on the show. When you go there and you call someone's child out their name and stuff like that, I can see why. Somebody may lose it and flip out. If anything, what she did imply was Erica's parenting skills. That's my opinion. Okay? So she didn't say anything bad about the child. She said your child who doesn't like you. So to me, that's more so of showing the parenting skills. And for me, but this is my opinion, but again, I am learning more and more to have emotional intelligence. I don't allow people to rock me and rock my spirit the way that I used to back in, you know what I'm saying, my 20s. And I think at this point, Erica damn sure is in her 30s, if not in her 40s. If it's not true, okay, and your son loves you and you know you have been the best parent possible, why did it piss you off so much to where you flipping over tables and you acting a fool like that? But that's just my opinion. Because for me, if I know my child loves me and I have given my all as a parent, that would have been a moment for me to laugh off. Like, I would have been like, Heifer, you don't know what you talking about. My son loved me. Like, me and my son was chilling yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to the movies together. Like, what are you talking about? That would have been something for me to laugh off. For her to flip over the chair and then she went there calling people monkeys and blue monkeys. Let's be clear. I do not I don't care what anyone says. This whole all bets are off. In my opinion, when you go that far, you're showing who you are. You are showing who you are. That racial slur and going there, you are showing who you are. And the thing is, I personally feel like people like freaking Erica and Evelyn, they go there because there's typically no consequences from our community when they do stuff like that. So for them, it's like I can say it and I'm not going to get that much backlash because of the colorism and everything else in this world that they benefit from. I'm not going to get that much backlash. And when I get into that type of situation, I can just simply turn around and say, but I'm Afro-Latina. You notice how Evelyn did that. I'm Afro-Latina. Since when? Since when? I've never heard neither one of them, before they get into all of this BS, neither one of them have ever proudly say that they are Afro-Latina until they get into some BS. So I'm like, oh, so now you Afro-Latina. So the reason why I feel like they can do this stuff is because there's no backlash. What backlash do they get? Yeah, exactly. When Evelyn called OG ugly, you're not going to tell me that wasn't rooted in colorism. Exactly, Yuli. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Because Afro-Latinas know when they Afro-Latina. Because just as much as in the Black community, in the brown community, colorism is real as hell. So Afro-Latinas definitely ain't got no problem saying they're Afro-Latina. Like they have no problem with, like, they're Afro-Latina. Because at the end of the day, saying that you're Puerto Rican or you're Dominican, that is not a race. That's not your race. So at the end of the day, even like I have friends who are Dominican, who are Puerto Rican, they're Black. They're Afro-Latinas though, but they are, you know what I'm saying, from other countries, but they're Black. So with that, I'm going to continue on with this, and then we're going to get to Tamar backpedaling like the fake ass that she is. But let me continue.
This is not personal, boys and girls. I'm just saying, devil's advocate wise, like you come from telling me my son don't love me on national TV?
As a person who doesn't watch that franchise,
I don't watch it either.
Does Erica's child love her?
No, what she explained on the clip, what she did say is, my son loves me, he just doesn't want to be on TV. The first time he did television, he got a whole bunch of backlash, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. Yeah. And so I guess that was Spice's
But also, too,
defense.
as Spice did, she brought up receipts. Erica is known to talk about people's kids. She's talked about people's kids.
I don't watch the show.
Yeah, she's talked about. So it's like, so you can do it, but when somebody else does it, it's a problem.
And then she said she wish she would have died.
Yeah.
Like, God doesn't like these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, chill, man.
They need to pray on that show.
Y'all need to run it back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you also heard on there that they said that there were receipts pulled up that Erica has talked about other people's kids. Hell, Erica done talked about a lot of different people. So I don't like that mentality where you have a different set of rules for yourself versus other people. So let me see, asking the important questions. This is not the first time she's called Black people monkeys. And that's another thing, Gargamel, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Somebody else said that on social media. I wasn't able to pull the receipts fast enough, but someone else has said this is not her first time saying that. So the fact that it's not her first time, it's really in your spirit. That's how you think. That is exactly how you think. And again, it's also rooted in colorism, because if there was a Black woman that was her complexion, would she call them a monkey? Like, would she call them a monkey? Like, let's go there, because it's deeply rooted in that too. Would she? That girl that she got into it with, that she used to date on the show, what was her name? And she had her issues about saying stuff about Black women back in the day too. What was her name? The one who had a baby by Joe Budden. When she got into it with her on the show, did she call her a monkey? And she said some very disrespectful things towards that girl, but did she call her a monkey? Does have a good relationship with the, okay, hold on, you guys. Okay, so this may be a panel discussion, because y'all going in the comments. So this may be a discussion where I'll open up the panel. Erica also doesn't have a good relationship with her first child father. Yeah, there was a video back in the day, right, Teef, about her fighting him like in the middle of the street in New York somewhere to a promote. See. Now Johnny Blaze is more on the lighter complexion side, But at the same time, it just makes you wonder, like, this. So this is how you feel about black women? I mean, she's not the lightest of the light, but it's just like the fact that you saying that stuff. She plays on Tubi. Yeah, she definitely be giving them Tubi specials. She got a lot of stuff on Tubi. Yeah, somebody just mentioned that a promoter. It's a very high type of thinking. Yeah. Spice pulled the receipt on her lie today. Okay. Sin. Yes, Sin Santana. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Teef, and thank you, Monica. Sin. She didn't call her that, did she? Tahari, hey, Rasta Pablo, welcome. I've never seen you before. Now, Tahari, in my opinion, is an Afro Latina. In my opinion, Tahari is an Afro Latina. That is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I feel like, and I think she identifies as an Afro Latina, if I'm not mistaken. But y'all let me know. I want to know what happened to calling people. Yeah, exactly. There's so many other things that she could have said. But to go the monkey route, unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Yes, she kicked him in the neck allegedly. Yeah, there was a video back in the day. And I remember that's when I was still watching Love and Hip Hop. That rapper, it's interesting. It's, you know what? It's crazy how I'm about to mention something else that was very colorist. Because remember that season when Erica was trying to collab with that girl who was a rapper that what's her name? That was on The Breakfast Club. She was managing her, whoever the girl, I forgot what her name was. But I remember when that girl told Erica, "What you gonna do? Fight me like your baby father?" And Erica Mena flipped out on her. Like literally went off over the fact that the girl pretty much just said what everybody, I guess, saw when she was outside, or the video of someone recording it. But she flipped out on her. She didn't call her no monkey though, but she flipped out on her. And the reason why she came up in my mind, that rapper, is because that was a rapper that got into it with Consequence that season, because he had an actual verse on her song saying light skin is the right skin. So you and your white friend, or something ignorant like that. L'Oreal. Yes. L'Oreal. She was the one who sat up there and went off on Consequence. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that actual line, or that verse that you're doing. I would say she is probably the only one on Love and Hip Hop that definitely benefits from colorism, because she is not black, if I'm not mistaken, and she is very fair skinned. She's very light skinned, who shut that mess down when Consequence said that. And he was like, "But you light skinned." She's like, "I don't care. Like, I got fans, you know what I'm saying, or people, you know what I'm saying, who are, melanated, deeply melanated, and they would be offended by that. And I'm offended that you want to put it on my song. So I respect her for that." So, but yeah, with that being said, Erica has a different set of rules for herself. She really does. And you know who else has those different set of rules? Tamar does. Because you guys just heard. Oh, so L'Oreal's black? Is she? Is she black? Is she biracial? Y'all let me know. Okay, but yeah, but you know who else has that different mentality of a different set of rules is Tamar. Because you guys just heard that conversation with Tamar. Tamar said all bets are off when you bring up someone's kids, right? So next thing you know, Tamar and Spice literally go on live, and I want to assume this was like on IG or whatever the case may be. Okay, so Teef is saying that she has two blackity black parents, but fair as all skin. Okay, so they saying she black. All right, so she's black. But so let's listen to Tamar backpedal when it comes to Spice, just like she backpedal with everything else she do. So let's listen to this. Fair use.
Hi. Well, let me start off by saying this. Spice, out of all the times we have talked, I'm not no fake. Wait a minute, let me get it out. Okay, get it out. I don't know what you've seen, but I'm assuming that you didn't see the whole interview. What I did say, I didn't see the show. I don't watch the show for obvious reasons. You talk about why I don't watch the show.
That's what I was going to say about you, because I was going to say when I
don't
saw
even watch the show. But listen, I started off by saying, and I will send you the whole clip so you can see. I said, I love Spice, but let's play devil advocate. If that, because you have to understand, on our show, Dish Nation, they showed the clip of the fight. The small clip of the fight. I said, if somebody talked about my son, all bets is off. Somebody said my son don't love me. I swear to God, I'm a single mother, so my whole shit is completely different. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says something crazy about my son, I'm not even going to think about what I say. And I said, but I'm Team Spice. And Jesse, because first of all, this is Darius. He works at Dish Nation too. He was there.
Hi, Darius.
Jesse said, what did she say? Jesse said something like, yeah, but Erica, it been like...
Erica had said something like that before. People have talked about Erica before. Or something like that.
Right.
And I was like,
because that's the fact that's on the show.
I didn't know because I haven't watched it.
But when I mentioned your name tonight, I was going to say I was disappointed in Tamar because her comment made me realize that she don't even watch the show to be commenting on it, because it's obvious that you...
Yeah, but y'all gotta understand, I'm not commenting because I ain't got shit else to do. I'm on a TV show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
but we both are.
Wait. My job is to commentate. And let me tell you something. I'm a responsible journalist. A lot of people say, oh, she's not a journalist. I got 5 Emmy nominations.
Let's stop.
First of all, Tamar, damn it. I don't care how many Emmys you have. That don't make you a journalist. It just makes you popular, stupid. Okay? I'm so sick of her talking about she a freaking journalist. You're not a journalist, okay? You're not. You didn't go to school for it. You literally, because of your popularity, got your ass on shows that became popular. Therefore, you got Emmys, okay? Bottom line. Also, I hate when she overtalks people. Let Spice speak. You see what I mean? Like, she's not even allowing her to speak. Before you can sit up there and literally, Spice is trying to talk. First of all, let me start by saying this. Y'all just heard the clip. I didn't hear her say anything about her being Team Spice in that clip on Dish Nation. So that right there, I was just like, girl, you just be lying. You be backpedaling. You be doing all of that stuff. And my thing is, typically shows, they tell you in advance what you're going to talk about. So why didn't you, especially if you're Team Spice, educate yourself just a little bit on the situation before you commentated on it? Like, you commentated before you sat up there and literally decided to play devil's advocate. But because you're messy and because you just want to stir up stuff, you just have vomit freaking, you just say whatever. And then when people check you, you want to backpedal. So I just, she just kept talking over her. I did not like it. True adults know how to have a conversation where they will hear each other out, not keep talking over each other. Furthermore, well, I'm gonna continue this because it's only maybe not even a minute left on this video, but let me continue.
About it, and I have a Grammy nomination. Let's talk about it.
Television talk show Emmys to back that up.
Right.
But let's go back.
Let me take the comment.
My job
Let me take the comment.
Responsible to say I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see it. I don't watch that show. We've talked about that. Right?
That's what I got from it.
And everybody knows, Shekinah will tell you, there's nothing fake about me because I wouldn't say anything. You know what I mean? But my job is to comment on what is being reported.
But you know how you said your job is to comment on what is being talked about? Yeah. My job in love and hip hop is to talk about what is happening at a certain situation, and that was what was being talked about. But I'm not negating that, Spice. I'm not negating that, and I'm not disagreeing with that. I say anything bad about her son, which was, you know, how you came out to say, or anybody say anything about my son. I did not say anything bad about Erica's son. Okay, but you can't.
Okay, so again, Tamar, it's usually the ones who can dish it out but can't take it when it's returned to them that got the most mouth and are the most temperamental. It never fails. It's like you can dish it, but you can't take it. This is the same girl who literally cries every time anybody says anything about her. Remember when she was on that show that she got fired from, allegedly, and she was crying about how she was called a Muppet? Remember that? And all the other things where she always acting like people are attacking her, but she is so quick to always give her opinion on stuff. It didn't hurt you to look at that clip for 2 minutes so you could educate yourself on what the heck was going on. I don't watch the show either, but I made sure I watched the clip and I looked and researched certain things before I decided to put my 2 cents in it. Just common sense. It's about researching. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Tamar is always the one who comes out and says the most disrespectful or ignorant stuff. And then when someone actually comments, she's backpedaling and then she wants to play the victim. I never ever like it. But she even did that with her own family on the Braxton family values. Like that's how Tamar is. And I think they just allow her to be that way because she's the baby of the family. But that's how she is. But again, everyone is very selective on who they attack and who they don't attack also. Because again, Tamar has an issue. How many people has Tamar got into it with? We know she got into it with Candy about her opinion that was none of her business. She also got into it with now this whole Spice situation that was none of her business, but she's always claiming she's on a show. But why is it that you're always taking the negative, the devil's advocate side? Why are you never defending your fellow Black women? Why? You always claiming you have to give commentary on what's being reported, but it's always a shady side when it comes to you when you're talking about Black women. Except for certain ones that you feel like are untouchable, like a Beyonce or something, because you know she real quick to sit up there and defend Beyonce at all costs. But at the same time, Candy, Spice, you know what I mean? K. Michelle. Is there a pattern here? Is there a pattern? I'm just saying. Hey, Roxanne. Is it Roxanne? Roxanne, hello. I don't know if you're new here, but if you are new here, welcome. Everybody hit the like button, hit subscribe button. But yeah, there's a pattern here. But you notice as soon as she got on, all of a sudden, I'm just commenting on the show. I didn't watch the show. I just comment. I'm a journalist. I got 4 Emmys to prove that I'm a journalist. Girl, if you don't shut the hell up, shut up. Because let's be clear, if you could have a career on your singing, you wouldn't be doing this stuff. Let's just be honest here. Tamar heart is in her singing, which, by the way, for me, facts is facts. Tamar can sing her behind off. That girl got vocals for days. I will never take that from her. She got vocals. She really do. But if she could really have the career that she wanted as far as her singing is concerned, would she be on these shows? Would she be on them? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Yeah, people saying she'd pick me. Yeah, because I think K. Michelle's the one who called her a Muppet allegedly, right? Yeah. You know, it's like it's a pattern with Tamar, and Tamar always is so quick to play the victim. She is so quick to play the victim. When you always saying it's everybody else, you gonna have to look at yourself at one point and say, nah, it's probably me. It's probably me. The real ending and they got an Emmy too. Yeah. Exactly. Like she acts like she got the Emmy on her own. It's a collaborative effort. And again, the popularity of the show is what made the show get Emmys. Not like, I'm telling you, this entitlement generation or this entitlement era, I don't know if it has to do with social media, but it's like you really act like you are the one. You created the show, you're the only person on the show, and you're the only one who got the Emmy. Like it took all of y'all to get that Emmy. Yeah, her attitude sucks. Yeah, if she could have a career in singing the way she wanted, she wouldn't be on these shows. Let's just call it what it is. If she could have the career she wanted as far as her singing, because we clearly know that's where her heart is, she would. But she will never, ever, ever reach the heights of her sister Toni Braxton. I mean, it is what it is. She ain't touching that. Like Toni told her on the reality show, you effing with a heavyweight, baby. You're effing with a heavyweight. You will never be able to reach my heights. Ever. And those are just facts. But Spice couldn't get not one sentence in. Not one. And that's the problem with Tamar. She feels like I don't like when people feel like talking over people means that they're winning the argument or winning the conversation. If you really want to have an adult conversation, take time to listen before you speak. How about that? So I just found that it's hypocritical with these damn people. It really is that you feel like you can say whatever, but you're very selective on who you talk about. You're very selective on who you talk about. And I don't like that. And I damn sure don't like it coming from a fellow Black woman. Like I don't. Now, here's my thing. I feel like you can give commentary because, of course, clearly I give my opinion on my channel. But at the same time, there's a pattern with Tamar where it seems like only certain Black women, but for the majority part, she's always attacking her own. Always. Always. And it's like for someone who cries at the drop of a dime because someone called you a Muppet or someone put you in your place, you would think you would be a little bit cautious on what comes out of your mouth. Just a little bit. You see what I mean? And there it is. There it is. And that probably bothers her. Yeah, about her singing career or lack thereof. Yeah. Who we know who the real Braxton is. Exactly. The one who put the rest of them on the map. Let's be clear. Toni put them on the map. Anytime we'll say racist about it, I don't want to hear any comments from you. Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. Like, this was a moment where it was truly black or white. You either agree or you don't agree. My thing is, especially Jess, and we're about to get to Jess hilarious. She was just in a situation where she had Black women backing her up, defending her about what she said about who's going to protect biological Black women when that whole trans woman came out and said what she said. Jess came out and said, who is going to protect us? Who's going to protect us? Did she not say that? Who is going to protect us? And then you turn around and you show your behind. And sorry, y'all, I got to get to the point where I can't curse as much. Because, we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So, apparently they get really cautious about how much you curse and stuff, even typing it, apparently. But you literally went through some drama not even 3 months ago. And now you sitting up there saying the nonsense that you said, and I'm about to play it. And again, fair use. But yeah, she decided to give her 2 cents on it, and here it is. Couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck is wrong with you?
about her son. This is what I mean. Every time they get into it with Erica Mena, they always bring that shit up. That's the only thing they can say about her is this her something about her son. That's fucked up.
What's wrong with her son?
It don't matter what the fuck wrong with him. Don't bring him up. Like Spice said, your son don't like you. And I can't call you a motherfucking monkey. I don't think Erica Mena was using it as a racial slur. Maybe Spice looked like a monkey to her. Let a motherfucker tell me Ash don't like me. Whatever the fuck you look like, I'm gonna call you that. And the fact that they filmed it back in the dizzle and it come on now, and then you choose to fire her for the backlash. You're not even protecting your cast. Like you. Yeah. And then Safari's standpoint, who does he defend? Do you defend the mother of your child, your ex-wife? That's still the mother of your child. But then you Jamaican.
Oh shit.
Nigga. Just like the trans woman that came to my show. And I'm like, oh shit, she was by herself. I'm like, oh, what happens when the other trans women find out that you did? They might fuck you up. They still mad at me. I don't know. It's like, where do you go? Oh, I love Jess, but I'm also with T. My trans sisters over here is gonna be like, whoa.
Okay, I'm over her. So here's the thing. She said, one thing she said was, what about protecting your cast? When it comes to morals and values and what's right and what is right and wrong, who cares about your cast? If your cast is willing to be racist and say a racial slur, the cast has to go. And this is what I'm saying. Like, people nowadays, it's not even just the industry. People move their thoughts and opinions like the wind. Whatever's going to make them popular, whatever's going to sit up there and keep them relevant, that's where they're going to go. She's like, what about protecting your cast? And then she said, maybe she thought she looked like a monkey at that time. Excuse me? Just the same person where they constantly get on her on Wild 'N Out, always saying that she looked like a man. They are always saying she looks like a man. She even said that someone hit her up in her DM trying to holler at her, and they thought that did they say that they thought that she was a man or that she was a trans woman? I can't remember. But on Wild 'N Out, they're always saying and calling her a man. They literally always use that as a joke. To the point where I was just like, well, dang, like at a certain point, like, don't y'all get tired of using the same jokes on her over and over and over again? You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Even I think DC Youngfly called her a man at one point. I think he called her a man at one point. So that's what I'm saying. So you also have experienced some of this stuff on what literally Spice just went through. And yet here you are defending this woman, Erica Mena, who is not a black woman, and saying, well, maybe she felt like at the time she looked like a monkey. And it's like, but she didn't say anything bad about the child. If anything, she said something bad about Erica's parenting, not the child. So this is what I'm saying. Like, comprehension is key. Listen to what someone is saying, but if you don't have emotional intelligence, you're going to have this rage and don't even know what you're raging about. She didn't say anything bad about the child, but even if she did, does anybody feel like Erica should get a pass for calling someone a monkey? You see what I mean? Like, even let's just say if she went gutter low and said something about that child, does that give her a right to say monkey? My opinion, no. And if you you called her a monkey, you apparently have called others monkey. That's how you feel. So this is a problem, my fellow black women. And again, we constantly know we're the most disrespected, but yet we're the first ones to defend this nonsense. Just pretty much defended her. And I'm like, how do you even make an excuse for that? So I'm just like, wait, hold on. Exactly. Isn't Spice cast too? Exactly. To protect your cast. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, the hypocrisy, the self-hate is real. Just Not Hilarious said on the video, Spice is Jamaican. To her, she's not the right black people. No, and look, I don't know what Jess is thinking, but I don't care if you're Jamaican. I don't care if you're Dominican. I don't care if you was born and raised in America and you are, you know what I'm saying, like your parents to your grandparents go all the way back to the slavery days here. I don't care. Black is black. Black is black. So, and the thing is that because she was trying to say that who was Safari go for as far as protecting. Well, we clearly know he ain't protecting no Erica Mena. We clearly know their issue. He done apparently dragged her through the gutter, and he definitely has shown more love and respect, from my understanding, for Spice versus Erica Mena. So we clearly have seen that, you know what I'm saying, just hearing about it. He don't care about no Erica Mena. He care about them kids probably, and that's it. That's it. I think they okay. So they say okay. So that was the DM talk that they said that they thought that she was trans. Okay, but on the show on Wild 'N Out, they call her a man. They call her a straight man. And I'll be like, well, damn. Like, good grief. Like, come on. Under no circumstances, it was exactly, Vivian. Exactly. And this is what it is, Shayla. It's self-hate. Can't nobody tell me nothing about it. It's self-hate. Even when it comes to, and this is just also just with fellow Black women, and even when it comes to Black men disrespecting us and being colorist, and you know what I'm saying, like disrespecting women that look like them. Who's the first one to defend that Black man and the ignorant stuff that he said? I bet you it will be a Black woman. I bet you. Even though that Black man has completely disrespected one of her fellow Black sisters, I bet you any money it'll be a Black woman. And this is a problem. And here it is in this situation. There was really no, at the end of the day, Spice, she said what she said. They was going back and forth, but it was never, ever, ever, ever accepted. It will never be accepted. It will never be tolerated where you go there and you call someone a racial slur. Period. And I don't see how any Black woman or any Black person, period, can even make an excuse to back Erica Mena up. And that's why I wanted to have this video and this conversation, because I was just like blown. Like, Jess, of all people, you literally just sat up there and had Black women, biological Black women, you know, protecting you, saying she's right for what she said. A lot of Black women was like, I'm protecting Jess. Like, who protects us? And then you turn around, Jess, and you don't protect a fellow Black woman. You're full of it. You are full of shit. Period. No allies. No allies. For real. For real. Hey, Kiana. Is that your name, Kiana? Are you new here? Welcome. Welcome. But yeah, I was just blown. So when I saw all of that today, I was like, oh no, we're going to talk about this, because now it's gotten even deeper. It's gotten even deeper that you literally have two Black women trying to defend Erica Mena and what she said. I was just like, seriously, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. And that's why I said she's self-right and she hypocrite. That's why I said, and I named it on the picture, racism, colorism, and hypocrites, because it's all in this. The racism, the colorism, because again, if Spice was a fair-skinned Black woman, would Erica have called her a monkey? My gut says no. My gut says no. But the self-hate and the issues that some people have within themselves, in their mind, they feel like, well, she had every right to call her a monkey. She ain't never have no right to call no one no monkey, period. Now, you got a point there, brother. Now, you know, me and you have had our talks, as well as I said this on that live. I don't like cisgender. Like I said, I prefer not to be called cisgender, but you got a point here. You have a point. You outraged by sis, but you defended monkey. How is that even acceptable with a fellow black woman? That, like, seriously, like, it's crazy. Y'all remember when Spice wanted to bleach her skin? Now, that's another thing that popped up. Shayla, thank you for mentioning that, because people were saying she wanted to, and then wasn't some people alleging that she did? Y'all let me know. Wasn't some people alleging that she did? And but here's the thing, because even on that show on Netflix that I used to watch, the first season was everything. The second season sucked. Was it Young, Rich, and African? Is that the show? The show that was on it was a reality show, and they accused one of the other women on there for bleaching her skin. And my thing is, while at the same time black women be like, oh my gosh, why are you bleaching your skin, blah 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 blah, you at the same time got someone who looks just like you saying it was appropriate to call you a monkey. And then you wonder why people have complex issues and stuff and possibly want to bleach their skin, because we clearly see in this society who gets the most attention, unfortunately. She should have gone after her weed, and now they focus on how Spice called Bambi Sear a giraffe. A giraffe is not a racial slur. Now, I can see how someone can say that it's mean, I guess, because I'm assuming Bambi is tall or whatever, Sierra is tall, but it's not a racial slur. We all know in this country, even if you're not from here and you moved here, everybody knows the history of this country, and we know what racial slurs are. Pepper's Farm members, well, while I may have my foot on Erica's neck, I also have a toe or two on Spice neck. What? Okay, let me know. Maybe you have it on here. Young, famous, and rich. I think, well, Young, famous, and African or something like that. Exactly. Spice pulled that stunt, then tried to backpedal, talking about she was bringing a word. Oh, about the bleaching. Is that what you're talking about, T? That was a polite long neck. Yeah, that's something like. Yeah, like I'm assuming she said that because of her neck and her being tall. I guess Bambi is tall and she's very thin and long, I guess. Spice's unapologetic black sister, who's very proud of her black skin because made a song about it. Okay, now because I know that there was some controversy about her bringing it up. Did she actually do it, or she was saying she planned on doing it? But here's the thing. In this society where we literally have consistently seen for years and years, back even in the slavery days where you had the house slaves and the field slaves, we clearly see who is considered more successful. And the thing is, doesn't mean that they're more talented either. We have so many deeply melanated people out. Well, I shouldn't even say, because men don't get that treatment like women do. Okay, that's just what it is. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me give y'all a story. I remember when I actually was helping to cast a movie. Okay, because like y'all already know, I come from a performing arts background. I've mentioned that before. I literally was casting a movie and helping cast a movie. And you had a lot of racially ambiguous, biracial girls, very fair-skinned black women. And then you had more deeply melanated black women. And of course, I don't know if you guys ever been in a casting situation, but typically there is a video in there, or a camera set up so they can record your auditions, especially if you're doing callbacks and stuff. Like if you made it past the first stages and you're getting to the point where you may possibly get the movie, they're going to record you. So I would see these recordings, and interesting enough, when I tell you, I would see all of them, and I would see my deeply melanated sisters who was acting their asses off, giving every type of Angela, Viola, killing it, okay? Killing it. Then I would literally see these racially ambiguous, fair-skinned girls who didn't even take the time to even try to memorize the lines. Even in the process, could not act, like couldn't even stay in the moment for the 3 minutes that they literally would actually spill their lines. But guess what? The director and the producer would say, we're letting them advance to the next audition. They're going to get a call back. And I would literally, like, I've constantly seen that stuff. Friends I know who work in the music industry literally would have groups or singers who couldn't sing at all or couldn't sing as well as some of these other melanated sisters. Because again, this is more about the women than the men, who literally knew that these fair-skinned, racially ambiguous girls didn't have that much talent, but they would sell them on the beauty and how beautiful they were, not their talent. And they could literally use that to elevate their careers versus the actual talent itself. So if Spice had any moment of possibly wanting to do that to her skin, it's a moment of weakness that a lot of Black women go through. Not saying that, you know what I'm saying? And again, yes, you got to eventually understand self-love, and you got to understand that this is the way God made you. But in this world, I can see why so many have considered it. I feel like deeply melanated, like one thing, the more melanated you are, baby, the more youthful you look. Like that's just what it is. The more youthful you look. You know, Spice is a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. It was for the promo. The song came with. Okay. Hi, Tyrone. I'm assuming you're new here. I haven't seen you. Please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. She planned on doing it and broke down crying about until the cast got her in the A. Are you talking about Spice? You so silly, brother. But yeah, like I've seen it growing up out here, and I think I've mentioned this before. I've seen it growing up out here. Growing up, I was like, I'm your average Black girl. Like, it is what it is. I'm your average Black girl. Then moving to the East Coast, people was looking at me like, cause I'm like, I'm just a Black girl, and they be like, girl, you light skinned. And I'm like, light skinned where? Who? Me? Light skin, because growing up out here, I wasn't considered light skin. Then I moved to like a different region. And they like, no, you light skin, you fair skin. You know what I mean? So it just shows you how different regions, you know, can put certain pressures. But then we also know, just in this society alone, especially in the industry, how certain people are held up to a higher, you know, praise just simply off of their looks and their skin tone alone. Like, it is, like, we clearly know this happens when Black women bleach their skin. Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's right. I feel like God made you the way that you are, so you rock that beauty and you rock it out. But do I understand the pressures? That's what I'm talking about, the pressures of it. I definitely do. It breaks my heart, because at the end of the day, Black women, like, we are the shit. We are the foundation. We are the true goddess. Okay. When it comes to women, we there. We are the foundation. We what everybody else wants to be. They want all of the beauty of everything that comes with a Black woman. They don't want our other stuff that comes with it, but they damn sure want to emulate Black women as much as possible. People said she was bleaching because of fake pictures with her lighter skin tone. It was a lie. Okay. Thank you. Gargle Melon. Thank you, Tyrone. Because I remember it was definitely come up. Yes, Lupita. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. It was just okay. Got it. Viola, exactly. Angela Bassett. Definitely. California has a different, yes, Kim. So I don't know if you're from here, but yes. It definitely has a different standard of beauty out here. And you will have women who are not Black who get more respected by buying curves that we naturally have than the Black women themselves. And a lot of my friends didn't believe it. They didn't believe me when I told them it can get that bad out here. They didn't believe it until they was like, you know what, Chris? You know what, Nicole? I literally had my natural twist, my natural hair, and then as soon as I put a long weave down my back, all of a sudden I may get a head turn. Like they talked about it. They really did. Yes, Black women are the blueprint. Yeah, damn right. Exactly. At least the fair women back in the day, like Dorothy D'Angelina Horn, had actual talent. They weren't just a pretty face. They were much more than that. Exactly. Whew, you better say it tragically. Very. It's no joke out here. And it's definitely like that in the industry. And that's why I gave those examples. It's like that in the industry. So it's unfortunate, but I'm sure. And if Spice was doing that to bring awareness, she was doing it to bring awareness because she knows how much it can affect Black women. You know what I mean? She knows that. I'm from Los Angeles. My daughter was in the entertainment industry, and she had an eraser. She had an easier. I'm about to say eraser. She had an easier time because she was like, exactly. So you know, and I appreciate when fair-skinned Black women or biracial women or racially ambiguous women can acknowledge that and honor that instead of acting like it doesn't exist. I respect when they can, because only a person who just wants to be blind would sit up there and try to say that it doesn't exist. It definitely exists. It had to be. Blessing, Nickel, Jamaica in the bill. Are you Jamaican also, Tyrone? And only like Southern European, and you have to be super slim and thin, right? Because as you guys know, I grew up a chunky thick girl. So a chunky thick girl, Black girl with coily hair. That's why I was like, when I went to the East Coast, they was like, you light skin. I'm like, huh, excuse me? No, I'm not. Take your ass to freaking California. And that's all the way from the Bay to LA. You come to California, you see what's considered light skin out here. I despise any Black people who bleach their skin because you lack the knowledge of your history. And here's the thing. I don't condone it. I do not condone it. I'm saying on a psychological level, the pressure society puts on Black women. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, I say you stand all in your beauty and your glory, but do I understand the pressures of it? Just like the pressures of people wanting to be thin, same thing. You know what I mean? And we clearly already know in our school systems and so many other places, we already don't get the knowledge of our history. If they teach us anything, it's that basic level stuff. And then if you don't have parents, gratefully, I have parents who kept me cultured about who I am and stuff like that. But if you don't have a background of people teaching you that, I can see how society and social media can truly influence you and make you feel like you're less than because of what you're constantly seeing. Especially those in careers where the face matters. The face, the body, exactly. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. Let me know if you want a panel, if you guys want to come over and you want to speak your piece. If you want a panel, hit 1. If you don't, hit 2. I mean, I can definitely give about 20, 25 minutes what time is it? Okay, yeah, 6:41. I give till about like 7 or so to, if people want to speak their piece on the situation. But yeah, I just felt like Tamar and Jess, they were straight hypocrites. They were hypocrites in what they said. And you cannot say 1 minute who's going to protect us, and then at the same time you don't protect your fellow sister. You know what I mean? Like this was not something that you could try to say you could see Erica's perspective. Like that's what I'm saying. So it's like, here is the moment where you could have protected a Black woman and you didn't. So you're a hypocrite, period. My opinion. So let me know. Okay, I don't see anything yet, but I know that the comments are slow. 1 for panel, 2 for no. And if I don't get any response, that's going to be a no. But let me know. But yeah, that was my thing. Uncalled for. Erica Mena, she got fired. Now, is it really going to put a dent in her pockets? I don't know. I don't know how much she gets from those Tubi movies. My guess is the reason why she has constantly stayed on the Love and Hip Hop franchise is because the money is good, because she's been on the Love and Hip Hop franchises for years now. So I'm going to assume she's getting a decent check, or at least was getting a decent check. Now, it'll be interesting though, because people have a short-term memory and forgive easily. I don't know, but it'll be interesting because I think someone did say in the comments they're going to try to probably put her on another franchise. We'll see. I hope what they mean is fired and she's not coming back. I'm going to assume the money was good, so it may put a dent in her pockets. It may. Is Erica fired or suspended? I want to say, Kiana, that they said she's fired. I want to say that's what it said. I don't think she's coming back. But but here's the thing. We all know things can change. And like I said, people's opinions go with the wind. Child, Tubi is dragging in the ratchet. Yeah, I only go on Tubi for stuff that I actually like that's on there. Like I was a big fan of like Lovecraft Country and like some old school movies and shows that they've been able to license on there. And that's just because Tubi has actually been able to license out those movies. So I'll go on there for that. But Tubi original, nah. Found this, Chris. What you find? Erica can't navigate to anything else. Yeah. Besides that, Tubi, the Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shed away from hard conversation in our community. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, that's a great PR line, but I don't know about that. But that's my opinion. Working hand in hand with our partners, viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remark. Yeah, but again, had it been a total opposite and it wouldn't have been as much outrage, would they have fired her? Because see, your true moral compass and who you are as a person, if it were me, I would have fired her before the backlash. Once I would have saw that on the cutting room floor, I would have said, oh no, we're gonna air it so people can see how she truly feels. But I'm about to give her walking papers now saying that she will never be on this show or this franchise again. Not wait until you see what the response is going to be to put something out there. But that's just me. Oh, and American Horror Story. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Play out in the final 3 episodes of the season, effective immediately. She will not appear on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Y'all see that? They're saying effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Could she appear in New York? Could she appear in Miami? Could she appear in Hollywood, LA? So they getting crafty. They didn't say Love and Hip Hop franchise. Exactly. Thank you, Tragically. I appreciate you as always. Meanwhile, Black women watching get assaulted. Exactly. Like, I mean, hard conversations. People have been saying for years that show was toxic when it comes to Black women and Black men, but y'all didn't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about that. Yeah, exactly, Kiana. Exactly. Makes me think she'll be back. Yeah, it seems like it. That's why I'm like, they didn't say franchise. They said Atlanta. She won't be on the next season of Atlanta. And because people have a short memory and they are so quick to act like something didn't happen 2 years ago, I wouldn't be shocked, and this is just my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked that they would let a couple years go down or even a year go by and she's like back on Love and Hip Hop New York, or she's on a whole different city. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. They'll pull her off a season and then try bad girls of oh yeah, sadly this show just so these shows just so ignorance about us for entertainment. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We all watch these reality shows. Otherwise, if we didn't watch, they wouldn't be on. But I think there is a healthy balance in the entertainment and actually being able to learn something or get to know more about these people. Like, there used to be a healthier balance with these reality shows. Now I feel like when there's no storyline, they just push this ignorance where it's just like, it's not even fun to watch anymore. Or can she appear in Atlanta the season after next? Possibly. They'll put her on Miami. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, just Atlanta, huh? I'm sure that weeks before the episode was aired, the Love and Hip Hop execs emailed her about them not renewing her contract for next season. It sounds like she's on TV probation, in my opinion. See, that's the thing, though. The reason why I'm saying that, Joseph, is because they usually film this stuff months ago. To me, they should have fired her months ago. And my moral compass, I would have put it out there when this show was about to air and say, Erica Mena will not be back on this show due to what happened on this season. Then that way you still getting your marketing in, because your marketing people are going to be like, well, what the heck did she say? Let's tune in. But to me, they kept silent about it because Erica Mena has a huge amount of followers. She's one of the most popular people that came out of Love and Hip Hop, the franchise. Therefore, they wanted to keep her fan base watching the show. That's what that was about, in my opinion. Just like Evelyn back on Basketball Wives after calling OG a monkey. Exactly. A monkey, ugly, all of that stuff. And that was all rooted. It was all rooted in colorism and featureism, in my opinion. Period. The funniest part of that was when Evelyn falling into the bushes. Yeah, because first of all, people like Evelyn and people like, Erica, certain people, they know how and when to react to certain people when it comes to fighting. See, Evelyn had no problem throwing bottles and throwing and doing certain things with people that she knew wasn't going to give her that same energy, if not more. But I tell you, two people that Evelyn never got crazy with, and that's Tammy and that's OG. Because OG, and first of all, OG is all muscle. That girl is solid. She would have ragtag Evelyn in a heartbeat. They're literally benching Erica for a season, right? It sound like it. They didn't do the same with it. Right. Caesar's gone. And interesting enough, gone over a pet. Now, here's my thing. I still didn't like that video, what I saw, what he did to that pet. I'm really big. I love animals. But interesting enough, we did not get that same energy about what his daughter alleged. We didn't get that same energy. So again, lack of protecting Black women, Black girls. No, I don't think Caesar's back. I think he was just trying to say that they didn't do the same with Caesar. Once they saw that video of the pet situation, Caesar was gone from his own show, allegedly. And that's another thing too. When these type of things happen, you really see who has the control. It appears that it's Caesar's show, but it really ain't, clearly, because they fired him from his own show. Tammy and OG are my two faves of all time. Yeah, they didn't play no games. Hey, Karma. How are you? I think you're new. I don't think I've seen you before. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, the hypocrisy of the show produces absolutely sickening. It is. It is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Does anybody have, that's why I say it's like the energy, it's been there, but to me, it's like people are just, it's out there more. It's out there more, and people don't care anymore that they look like hypocrites, or people don't care anymore that they lack a moral compass. Whatever pays them, they willing to do it. You know what I mean? Even if it shows that someone's disrespecting your race, disrespecting a fellow Black woman, if they, in my opinion, if they didn't get the reaction that they got, they probably would have kept Erica. And like you guys are saying, and what I'm thinking, they probably gonna keep her on another franchise or something, because she has, I think, some of the most followers. How many followers does Erica Mena have? So you know what I mean? Like, she has a decent amount of followers. They want to continue that fan base. They do. So, you know, like, she has 7 million followers. Come on now. 7 million followers. Yeah. It's about the money for them. That's it. Not the morals, not the integrity. The video of him abusing the dog had to be circulating, but once it gained traction, they chose to fire him and still use his footage for promotion. Exactly. Because that's what they do. But notice he didn't even get, did he even get suspended for what his daughter alleged? Did they even suspend him to a point to do an investigation on it? I don't even think they did that. She should have. I'm tired of these non-Black. Okay. You guys, try to, I feel what you're saying, Karma, but try to do asterisks, because I do like post it on the screen. Try to do asterisks with certain curse words. I think it's okay if we see it a couple of times, but from my understanding, if it becomes too much, they literally try to flag videos. Like, it's getting crazy on YouTube. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, people, and again, the reason why I feel like they can do that, because what are the consequences? Especially when you have a fellow Black woman that's real quick to defend that non-Black woman. The ignorance of reality TV, from what I remember from back then, first started Flavor Love. It's an iconic show, but it was definitely ratchet. Yeah, it was definitely ratchet. It was that was one of the originals. It was definitely ratchet. But at the same time, I felt like even on that show, we got to learn a little bit about some of these women in the process of them fake dating Flav. Like, I still feel like it was one of those. Like, it was iconic, but to me, it wasn't as bad as what it is now. The most that I remember seeing on that show was a lot of arguing, but when it got physical, I think the first time it got physical on that show is when that girl Pumpkin, if I'm not mistaken, spit on New York. And that's the first time, and I think the only time, it really got physical, if I remember that show correctly. But definitely ratchet. Hey, so people lack shame. Yeah, there is none at this point. They're all trying to keep a job secure back with what's going on. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, no moral compass. They go where the wind goes. Whatever makes money, people are gonna do it. And I don't even think that it's on the industry level. It's on a social media level. We clearly see that type of stuff on TikTok and stuff. I plan on doing a video, I think, on the situation. Me actually brought this to my attention. There's a situation with these girls who are from TikTok. But their name slips me, but the girls from TikTok that literally had a girl that just got beat up by the girl. I think it's a Danny that's involved. I think it's a Queen, someone that's involved that's pregnant. But she was telling me that story and how crazy it is, and how they're literally beating up this girl for clout and TikTok followers. Like, we're in that day and age where people will do some sickening, crazy stuff just for clout, just for money. Like, there is no moral integrity anymore. Oh no, it's okay. I know you didn't know. I'm just saying, like, in general, you know, I'm just in general. But yeah, no worries, girl, at all. Cause child, I be slipping, cursing from my mouth. I gotta work on it. But yeah, but no worries. New York for sure. She was in it for the fame. Yeah. And she got it. She is still the most iconic from Flavor of Love. If they never face this backlash, the show producers wouldn't fire. Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't have, in my opinion. And clearly yours too. And that weird white girl who wanted to be called Nivea. I don't remember her, but I remember Pumpkin. Wasn't that her name? Pumpkin. Yep, exactly. But did you see how somebody dug up the old clip saying how that was her first time calling somebody a monkey back? And yeah, we talked about that earlier. They were saying that she has been called out about calling people monkeys before. That's what I'm saying. That's just who you are, boo-boo. This wasn't no slip up. This is who you are. This is who you are. And yet, who's been the main one supporting her? The Black community, in particular, Black women. I didn't know, but I'm not surprised. Deuces, Mena. I wonder what YouTube, Tubi, why I say YouTube. I got YouTube on mine. Tubi thinks about this. Here's the thing. I think she works with an independent producer, people who do those movies, and then they put it on Tubi. I like, it's a Tubi original. They actually say on there it's a Tubi original, and that means that Tubi actually put money into it to make that movie. If it doesn't say Tubi original, that means it was an independent filmmaker who happened to get their stuff, especially those independent movies, they happen to get their stuff on Tubi. Black women are the least protected. Yes, they are. Even by other Black women. I hate that people are giving Erica a pass because Spice brought up Erica's son. And again, all she said was your son don't like you or your son don't love you or something like that. She didn't call, like when that lady from Basketball Wives called Drea's son a pansy, I can see why Drea got upset and got so upset that she literally climbed on top of a couch and straight up gave that girl a black eye. But when she said your son don't even like you, that was more about Erica, not the son. You see what I mean? Like, not the son. But again, when you lack emotional intelligence, she was just fired up already anyway. She just wanted a reason to sit up there and flip that table and stuff, but she did not. And if it's not true, again, you laugh it off and you keep it moving. Like, how you gonna say that my son don't like me? I know my son like me and love me. It didn't even take that. By a pumpkin. Tubi doesn't care, right. Can we also talk about Black women assaulted with a brick while we're at? With a brick? What are you talking about? Wait, tell me her own. Oh, Sunday. Okay, that's what you're talking about. That's the lady's name, Sunday. I don't know what you're talking about as far as the brick is concerned. Let me know what you're talking about on that. Sadly, it's so much stuff in the news. Sometimes I have to remove myself from social media, from watching the news, just because it becomes too much. It really does. So sometimes I have to back away. Like when I do lives, I remember when I was constantly doing lives, it does a lot. So sometimes you just kind of have to remove yourself for a minute and then get back to it. But yeah, her name was Sunday. That's what it was. She was on that movie with Benny Siegel back in the day. But yeah, she got a black eye over calling Drea's son a pansy. I was like, yeah, now you calling him names. That's gonna get mothers upset. Erica's always been a problem. Yeah. If she's not saying, well, yeah, and we allow it though. We allow it because she's still getting supported. Y'all ain't hear the story. A lady was assaulted with a brick due to declining a cat. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I may have to talk about that amongst that other stuff. Integrity, moral values, good manners is not on sales in these world anymore because unethical behavior pay. Yeah, whatever pays, they'll do. If morals and values became a priority, people will get back to it. But if it doesn't, people are going to do whatever they can to get money, even if they already got enough money. See, I've never been the type that I have to keep trying to make more money and more money and more money. I just want to be comfortable. But I'm all about, like, everybody can eat. That's my mentality. Everybody can eat. I'm not in competition with anyone but myself. But you have so many people who are they're so selfish and self-absorbed that they are willing to do whatever they can to keep that bottom line, to keep that money, to keep that number one status. So yeah, but if literally the public was more about integrity and moral values, then there would be a shift. But there isn't a shift anymore. Like, everything is about me, what I can do, what type of money I can get. And even if it damages communities and people's mental and everything else, If it makes money, people don't care. Yeah, state property. That's what it was. She was in state property with Benny Siegel. So yeah, you guys. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys, and for all the new people who came in today. I see that you guys came. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed the live, and definitely, you know what I'm saying, my views and everyone else's views on this. But yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. This was straight up racism. There was colorism involved in this, and hypocrites. Period. You know what I mean? You can't say who protects us, but then the first chance you get, you decide not to protect us. Just hilarious. Like, get out of here. Okay, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Y'all hear Renika allegedly lied about her income. Yeah, well, I'm gonna assume, yeah, especially when we saw a trash bag for a window. Yeah, I'm gonna assume she did about her income. Don't know for sure, but the way that car looked, it was screaming not that much income and maybe possibly no insurance. Just saying. No shade, but I mean, you the one who decided to get on a show with a trash bag window. Okay, that's just what it is. Does it even matter? Honestly asking. What are you talking about? Oh, about her income. Yeah, well, clearly it matters to her because she felt like she had to lie about it if it's true that she lied. Thank you. Also, I love your vibe, sisters. Oh, yes, appreciate you. Please come back, subscribe. You know, I do talk about the reality shows, but then we have conversations like this too, where we can literally just vibe off of each other and give our opinions. And I like it to be healthy dialogue. You ain't gotta always, you know. I wish sometimes people would come in and just say, you know, I disagree with you and here's why, and give, you know what I'm saying, their educated opinion on it. You know, sometimes I'll do it in the comments, but I like the fact that we can have dialogue and we're not arguing and fighting. You know, good vibes, adult vibes, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly she dating a 19. Oh Lord, okay. Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. So did Funky not even get fired for talking about Chloe like he did? And thank you, Karma. I don't know. And I don't think he did, because I think by now I would have seen that posted somewhere, or somebody would have sent that to me, because I mentioned that in one of my lives before. I don't think he did. And this is what I'm saying. Who protects Black women? Because that was so unnecessary for him to do what he did, as far as saying that he feels like she's ugly. And that's not the first time Funky Dineva has called a Black woman ugly. Hell, he's even called a Black child ugly. Say what you want. I know people have strong opinions about Beyonce, but you came for a child. He talked about Blue Ivy. It's just like, yeah, so he's not fired. Yes, come back. Thank you so much. He's not fired. TJF just returned. Yeah. That apology, how did you feel about that apology, Vivian? How did you feel about it? I felt like that was the fakest apology there was, because he even started off the conversation by saying, you know, I'm not about to sit up there and give this whole spiel in this written speech as if, you know, like I'm not about to do it. Like it wasn't genuine to me, in my opinion. Yeah. He only apologized because he didn't want to get let go. You know what I mean? Like, so this is what I'm saying. Who protects Black women? And the sad part about it is a lot of Black women don't even protect Black women. Now, granted, clearly, sometimes you can't protect your fellow Black woman because of the stuff that they do. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation with Spice is the victim. She was called a racial slur. There's no excuse for a Black woman to sit up there and make an excuse for what Erica Mena did, period. I think he realized he messed up. Yeah, but wasn't willing to be humble to apologize. That wasn't a real apology. And then he continued on with his channel. So he getting a check still from his YouTube now. But here's my thing. I'm not about purposely messing up someone's bag. Like, you know, some people can be very just vicious and vindictive. Now here, if you feel like you have to withdraw your support because of what he did, you have every right to do that. But like, my whole thing is, I'm all about people making their money, but at a certain point, if you keep vomiting out of your mouth this ignorance, what is the consequence? What's the consequence? Especially, you know what I mean, when you're constantly attacking Black women. If they fired Funky TGF, would have had to get canceled. Yeah, because really, they all three are needed on the show to a certain extent, but at the same time, a lot of people have their opinions on Fox Soul. You know what I mean? Like, they have, because isn't Queen, the Cocktail Queens or whatever that show was, they got canceled. So, you know, 5 people got their opinions about Fox Soul. A lot of people don't have the most positive opinions about Fox Soul. There's a lot of Law's reaction channels, and not everyone needs to be reported on. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And I think that's the problem too. Social media, you have so many options now with social media, that because you have so many options, you have people becoming to the point where they're desperate to do certain things or let certain things pass and slide, or allow things just for the money, the relevance of it all. You know what I mean? Which is why I say I will never have YouTube or social media as my primary source of income. I just won't be able to do it. Now, anybody else who could do it, fine. I just won't be able to do it, because I feel like that's when it becomes a necessity to make sure certain things are a certain way so you can make sure you pay your bills every month. This will always be another source of income. However, you know what I'm saying, God allows it, how far for it to go. It will be another source of income. It won't be my only income, because I've seen too much of that, and also too much of YouTubers, especially Black YouTubers. 1 minute they have their channel, and the next minute it disappears. So I will never. But I feel like certain channels, it gets to a point where it's like, it's constant, where they have to do what they have to do to make that money every month, you know. And I guess when it's your only source of income, you ain't got no choice but to do what you got to do to make that money. But it won't be me. But with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the dialogue in the comments. But yeah, we got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better amongst each other, Black women. And we also have to do better amongst each other in the Black community, or just being able to understand what's right and what's wrong, period. And stand up for what's right and what's wrong. Stand up for it. You know what I mean? Don't, like, people act like they can't have a difference of opinion anymore because they're afraid of getting backlash. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. If the media was truly sensitive about offending, they never should have aired that, and they gave a statement to why Erica won't be back. But you broadcast fast and then asked us, how does it smell? That's true. And hi, Rose. I don't know if you're new, but hello. That's true. But I think I would have still aired it, because sometimes you need for people to see what they do. Sometimes people need to see it. They need to see it to be able to understand how truly ignorant they are. But here's the problem. If she has literally called people monkeys before on national television before, that tells me she just don't care. So I don't know if she actually said monkeys on the show before, because if she did do that, they should have fired her a long time ago. You know? But yeah, and you know what? We will end on that note, Teeth. Stand for something or fall for anything. And at this point, we are in today's society, it's a lot of people falling for anything and everything, and that is a problem. That is a problem. So you guys have a wonderful evening. I know it's 7:10 out here, so that means it is 10 o'clock out there on the East Coast, and y'all are still rocking with me. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button. Replay gang, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share my channel, you guys, and I will see you on my next video or live. Toodles. Thank you for joining. Have a good night.